It's your favorite little keto goofball Diamond, and today marks 5 years, 213 days of my ketogenic journey, going from 311 pounds to where I sit today, having 30 medically diagnosed diseases and only having one left, or at least that I know of, and feeling great, doing great. Gonna talk about everything going on in my life like I always do, and we're gonna get into keto updates and ifs and all that good stuff, and some new information that I just found out. I love Thomas DeLauer. We got to give him some props. Got to give my family some props. All that good stuff. It's coming. But like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and get these videos out to your friends and family so that life can be a little easier for me. Don't forget, wait, I just did that part. Anyway, you guys, it's time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. It didn't go off. All right, first I've got to give my loved ones props. I have to. I'm so blessed to have the most remarkable family and friends in my life. Remarkable people. And now, of course, my husband and my father, they gotta have props too. My mom, everybody. But I have been blessed to raise some of the most wonderful children in the world and have a hand in raising some more. So a little hand in some cases, but still, I was there and they loved me. So that's great, right? So first, now my daughter-in-law Destiny, she's been in my life since she was 5, or I've been in her life since she was 5. However you want to put it. But anyway, she's always been around. Hunter, he's been around since he was 8, and of course Brian and Karina, my 2 children, and Raina and Nick are mine too. But I'm gonna tell you that since Friday, either they've been in the house or on my text messenger or in the yard or doing something that was really great and sweet and wonderful. So I just kind of want to give them props. Yesterday, Destiny took me out for a little while. They got their taxes back and everything, and they know that we're going to come up on some hard times. And I told them, we ain't hit that mark yet. It's not quite here yet. But they wanted to do something nice for us and helpful for us. And she wanted to take me grocery shopping. I was like, all right, awesome. So she took us. It seemed very important to her. She also wanted to cook her dinner last night, and she did. And I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But it was great. She took us, like I said, took me grocery shopping, and we had a good time picking, playing, and looking around Walmart and all that. And she bought some groceries for us. And it was very sweet of her. But like I said, it wasn't quite time for that yet, but it was okay. It was a nice surprise, and I really enjoyed it. So I liked it. Her and Brian talked about it. And while we were there, we looked through the little girl section for Athena, my granddaughter, because they had a bunch of those $1, $3 clearance clothes racks over there. So we went over there, and she got, 4 or 5 things for Athena, 4 or 5 things for Zach. She got Anthony a t-shirt. But while we were over there, I couldn't help but notice that they had some dresses in the little girl section that looked like they would fit me. These dresses didn't look like they belonged in the little girl section at all. But, they had them from size 4 years old to size 11, 12, and I picked up 2 of them. The Destiny did get me. One was $3, one was $5, which again I could have bought, but she wanted to, so I let her. But they don't belong in the little girl section, and also these are better than anything you're gonna find in the women's section, and they're actually quite stunning. So I don't feel bad for having them. I just don't think they should be in that section. I'm going to show them to you if you didn't see them on my Facebook last night. Check this out. Now, quick question. Should faux leather dresses really be in the little girl section of a Walmart? Or the little black dress? Now, fair enough. I haven't gotten any taller since I was 12. So the lengthwise, probably okay. But Plus that black leather one, a whole ass gave me a Dolly Parton effect right across here. I don't know what that's all about, but I liked it. And again, for me, for an adult, rock on, but I don't think they should be there. That's just a personal opinion, though. What do you think? Now, that being said, I also want to give props to Hunter. Um, he was over here yesterday when my dad and my husband were outside working on my car, trying to figure out what was wrong with it because it was leaking, right? And he found out we needed a fan for it, or at least that's what we think it is the fan's not kicking on or working. So he was at a junkyard today for his own vehicle, and he said, hey, there's a Mini Cooper over here. There's a fan in it. You want me to pick that up? I was like, all right. And as far as we could tell on the internet, it kind of looked like it would work. In fact, it would work, but it turned out the plug was wrong. So he brought it home. It was like $40, and I gave him $40, but he gave it back to me. He's going to take the part back. I guess he can get his money back, I hope. If not, I have no problem giving him the money back. But because he did it for me out of sweetness and love, and I just adore that child. But again, it was the wrong one just because of the plug-in. The plug on my fan has 3 prongs. That one has 2 prongs. And we all know what that other prong does, and it's probably important, you know. So we ordered one on Amazon, found one for $90, which is great considering everywhere else has them for like $190. Definitely gonna take that discount. But again, Miss Linda Duke, thank you very much, because that actually paid for the fan for my car. Now, it won't be here for a week, so hubby and daddy will put it on then, hopefully, if it's not too hard. Because Mini Coopers, in case you ain't never looked under the hood of one, everything's cramped in there. It's just like they said, this might fit if we, you know. and we talking about big man arms going inside there, and they're all looking at it going, how the hell are we doing? Yeah. So anyway, but I just, Destiny and Hunter went really far and beyond. And of course, Brian had help in that. And Hunter's baby, I haven't really gave you much of an update on her. She was born at 3 pounds. Well, she's 4 pounds when she's born. She dropped into 3 pounds. They were worried about her. They put her in the hospital for a little bit just to try to kind of increase her weight. She's been out for a little bit now. She's the size of an almost normal baby now. She's about 6 pounds, almost 6 pounds. And he sent my husband some of the most adorable pictures, and I got to share. So let me share. Let me share real fast. Okay, these probably aren't her best pictures, but they're ones that I found adorable and amusing. One of them, she looked like a little turtle, and I was like, that's the one. I love it. Check this out, y'all. Now, that being said, last night when we were at dinner, my son gave me this great big hug, just this big, warm, sweet hug. And he's one of those, he's less talk, more action kind of person. So, like, if you get words out of him, you're doing good. It's really, really hard to explain how he is. He's very sweet, very lovable. He's a really good-natured kid, very hard to get angry or whatever, but he don't speak a lot. Somebody will say thank you. He was introduced to his new grandfather-in-law, Destiny's grandpa, by her dad, and dude, he just shook his hand and it's nice to meet you, boy. And my son just went, and her father, having known my son since he was 5 or 6, it's like, Dad, you did great. You got more words out of him than most people do. So that's the kind of person he is. So it's just, it's hard to explain his personality. It really is. But he was really sweet to me last night, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, Destiny wanted to make us dinner, and I'm going to tell you about the dinner in a minute, but that comes with the keto food, so I just want to kind of hold off on that. Corey, you know, she's never been one to be out from under my ass anyway, so when she's not in here, it's kind of a shock. But like, she's being a little clingy, been checking, been making sure Mama's all right, and I don't know why. Like I said, I'm fine. I know it will turn out all right, and it'll turn out in my favor. It might take a minute, but it will. That's how these things go, and it always does. It's just weird. And I know one of you posted last night, and I wish I'll look at your name again in a minute, but I know you're somebody that comments frequently. I need to go check, because that makes me feel bad now. I read the entire little book there. But anyway, she had said that she lost her job in October, and she's been a little depressed since, and she's been kind of in mourning and having a hard time moving around and stuff. And she said, you know what? You're right. I need to get up. I need to get up with you. I need to get myself moving. And that's true. You just get up, keep living your life. When you woke up, it was because you're supposed to live, okay? If you're alive, you're supposed to live. Pay attention. That's an important thing. Get on up, get to moving, do whatever you got to do. It's time. You've had plenty of grieving time. You know you have, and I know you know you have. You told me you have. So yeah, turn on that '80s music and start to dance. I mean, I know not all of you are '80s children. I'm a '78 or so. Um, that hit the spot. That hits the spot for me. I can just dance around for hours to that, and enjoy myself. Like I said, my dog looks at me like I'm nuts. And any of the neighbors, if they can see through the windows, probably, what the hell's wrong with her? Why is that house rocking like that? What are they doing? Whole ass orgy in there. But no, just life is meant to be lived. There are some things that are going to happen that are going to suck, and they're not fun, and they're, seem downtrodden, but generally they turn out in your favor. There's usually a reason, even if you don't know the reason, and sometimes it's hard to see the reason, but there usually is, and it's usually whatever situation's going on is a momentary glitch in time, and it'll be all right. By the way, I want to go ahead and apologize because my husband's back there watching TV. He's off today. That's a pinch too, but anyway, he's done gotten into the serial killer documentaries. And the one he's watching now is like their confession tapes. I think he's on Ted Bundy. And he keeps hollering in here. He forgets I'm a woman, I think. Hey, you ever heard of Ted Bundy? Yeah. You ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer? Yeah. Have you ever heard of John Wayne Casey? Casey? Gacy? Yeah. I was like, I've seen these things years ago. Y'all have, most of you, but they're fascinating and it's weird because it's also creepy. And you're like, ooh, who could do that? But you're like, what the hell's going on here? Oh my goodness. But somehow you get wrapped up into watching them. Anyway, are you like that? Are you a murder mystery person where like even the worst of the worst, you're like interested and intrigued? Even though you're like, how the hell? The Ted Bundy one, I get why it was so easy for him. Now, I don't think he was extremely good looking, but he wasn't bad looking and he looked trustworthy. And that's where they get you at. Usually the ones we think are creepy probably are just fine and nice. And the other ones are like, you got to watch. This is no shade to any good looking fellow watching my show. I love you dearly. I'm glad you're here with me. Hit the like button. I'm just saying, I see how women fell for it. But sometimes I don't see how y'all feel for that. Run. Carry your bang bang. Shoot. Just saying. I don't know. I just got off on a tangent there for a second. Anyway, because y'all know I like to talk. It's one of the things I'm good at. That's why I'm on YouTube. Hi. But let's get into the keto stuff because I just wanted to let you know I had a spectacular family. And then somehow it started on serial killers with hubby. So anyway, maybe I should be worried about him watching that. Hi, Nee. I love you.
I love you.
Just checking. All right. All right. So let's get into the keto stuff. So, I got a little time off. I actually watched a couple of keto videos this morning. Caught up on a little Thomas DeLauer. Y'all know we got to watch him a little bit. Some folks don't like him, but I like him just fine. And I always learn new stuff when I watch him. And I got to give him props because he's got a lot of great information. He's not afraid to update things when things change. And to me, that's great. So, like, if he preaches something, he's not afraid to take it back and say, hey, new research says this. So maybe we should go this way. So anyway, he's not afraid to update information even though he give the other information. And I like that. So you guys know that these continuous glucose monitors people have been wearing, they've actually yielded a lot of fantastic data. And it really helps understand certain things. Because there was a thing that was really confusing to me. It was irritating too. Sucralose. Okay. So here's the thing about sucralose. Sometimes I can use it and gain weight and feel it instantly in my bones, in my blood, everything. I'm, oh my God, tired. I got kicked out of ketosis. It's horrible. And then sometimes it doesn't seem to affect me at all. And that makes no sense. But through the continuous glucose monitors, they found that some people do have an insulin response, an insulin rise or jump from sucralose. Here's the kicker. It's not consistent. It's like you can have sucralose one day and be fine. The next day it will kick you, and then you can have it the next day and kick you, and the next day be fine. It's I don't know. Maybe it's the amount of it in a product per different. Like let's say you have 5 little bars, and all of them are made with the same ingredients. They're mixed in the same batch, but maybe a little bit more gets in one. I don't know how it works. I just know that it's a very interesting thing. I was watching another video from him about fasting. And he was updating 2023 data on fasting and some of the stuff they've learned. And I'm like, you know what? It's very interesting information. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. So it turns out if you're fasting, you need to move around more. And a lot of people think if they're fasting, they need to kind of sit and chill. But it turns out if you're fasting, you can be basically having your body eat your muscle tissue. Now, keto actually prevents that from happening on that scale, and most of the time you won't even experience it if you're doing keto. But I know a lot of you aren't also on keto, you're using fasting. So when you're fasting, it might benefit you to use your muscles more so that you burn your fat instead of your muscle mass. Anyway, that's what he was saying. I found it very interesting. Go check out that video. There was more to it too. One thing that while the data is probably very accurate, the implementation of it would be very difficult from my personal experience and from what I've heard other people say. So apparently fasting is actually done better for your body, or does better for your body, if you evening fast, which basically means if you wake up at 8 and you want to eat at 9 a.m. from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. before dark, you want to eat between those two times, between that 8-hour window, and fast from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. Or even if you get up earlier and you want to eat at 6 a.m. and you quit eating at 2 p.m. and then fasting until 6 a.m. The problem with that, it's far more difficult for most people to fast in the afternoons and evening. That's the period of time you want to play in the refrigerator. I don't know why that is, but most people tend to mess up their keto in the daytime, in the evening time, than any other time of the day.
Want some Cheez-Its?
You better be glad that box is empty.
I got plenty in my crumb catcher.
You can't say that.
My crumb catcher?
Crumb catcher? Oh, crumb catcher. That's not what I heard.
Well, clear out the edge and get out the gutter.
Crumb catcher. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to call it the other thing, would it? Not for a man. I love you, beautiful, wonderful people. I'll pause this for a minute so I can go laugh. All right, you guys. So let's get back to the keto thing. All right. I think I was talking about that fasting, up until 5 p.m. Well, from 5 p.m. till 9 a.m. the next day, which 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. might be doable for some people depending on how early you go to bed. But I find in my personal experience, in the evenings is when I want to eat. And I think while it's probably more helpful to the body, and I want to tell people about it in case you can do it, I think it's very difficult for most people. I know most people, like I said, they end up messing up later in the day. Perhaps, though, if they started their fasting at 5 p.m. until 9 a.m., they're less likely to oops. So maybe you can look into that and try that fasting window instead. Let me know what you think, because I am curious as to what is your timeline of fasting? What is your eating window? And what do you think works best for you? All right, now I want to talk to you guys about keto, or my keto day yesterday. Yesterday morning, my breakfast and my lunch were both very keto. Now, Destiny, again, it seemed important to her to take care of us a little bit. And it was really sweet of her, and I wanted to let her. And you don't turn people down when they want to do something for you. And if they have the ability. Now, if I knew that they were broke, there's no way I'd let them, because I don't want them to do that and hurt themselves. But anyway, it seemed important to her. She wanted to cook. She said, I've learned how to make these crunch wraps like Taco Bell makes them. Little Brian loves them. And I'd like you and Brian to come over and eat tonight. I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to do that. I know it's not keto. And but it seems important to them to spend a little time with us and to help us out. So, and be sweet to us. So it's like, you know what, let's do that. And again, it's nothing I wouldn't do for them when they need it. So we went, and I kicked myself. Now, I also took some margarita mix that I've had in the freezer since last year, this time when we went to the beach. And I took it on over there. I figured me and Brian could share it. Little Brian. Big Brian don't drink. Destiny, of course, is pregnant. She can't drink. So I thought me and little Brian could do it. I got little Brian drunk. I ain't touching none of that. I don't know if he actually got drunk, but he kind of leaned back a little bit. So, whoa. I was like, yeah, I can't. That stuff was nasty. I don't know what it was like. Pure tequila. It didn't taste like it had any margarita mix into it at all. So while I felt a little guilty as far as my keto channel goes, I did want to have that evening with them and let us try her crunch wraps that she's learned to make like Taco Bell. She was very upset and apologetic that my crunch wrap kept falling apart. But it's like, it's fine, honey. It tastes the same. I'm the lazy cook. You know, when I make omelets, I make a scrambled omelet because it's easier than trying to fold that sucker over and flip it over when all the stuff's the same and it all tastes the same. So slap it on the plate. It's fine. You know, and little Miss Athena ate mine with me, and she, you know, ate off my plate. And I love when they do that. But I know a lot of people are like, no. I'm the other kind of grandma. Just, you know, do you, I do me. Well, anyway, when we got ready to go, this baby, and by the way, it was really good, Destiny. Thank you very much, sweetheart, if you watched. But anyway, this baby, listen to me, Mama, I want to spend the night with you. Please. Insert 1,000 more pleases here. And I would love for her to spend the night. The thing is, she's never made it through the night. Not yet. She hasn't done it once. Now, of course, I used to live here. She used to fall asleep in my arms. That was where she snored at the most, probably. But she has never spent the night anywhere without Mama and Daddy. Never a single night. She just hasn't made it. So anyway, it's like, all right. Well, my husband said, all right, first. I was like, well, yeah, you ain't the one that's got to, you ain't got to fight her. It was fine there. So we brought her on home, and she was staying the night. She's being a good baby. I mean, she wasn't doing nothing wrong. She did have a cute moment where she told me she wanted some more chocolate. And I was like, well, I had some Choc Zeros in there. So she ate like 1.5 Choc Zeros. I had half of one because she stole it, and then she wanted another one. So anyway, I was like, you just had 1.5 chocolate bars. She said, maybe I'm hungry. It's like, maybe you're not. But she still ate more. Anyway, just the way she said it was cute. And this child, when it was time to go to bed, I said, okay, I need your iPad. We got to charge it for tomorrow. And she's like, okay. She hands it to me. Then she jumps up and proceeds to run up and down the hallway. Come midnight, her mom's like, well, almost midnight. Her mom's like, is she asleep? No, she's running up and down the hallway. I've tried to get her to lay down with me. I've tried to get her to cuddle. I've tried to just knock her. Not really, but you know what I mean. And Destiny's like, do you want to go to sleep now? Go to bed with Mama? Sleep all night? She said, no, I'll go home. It's like, no, I didn't see that coming at all. But she kicked my butt. And when her mom got here, me and her was hiding under a pillow. Yeah, because we were completely covered by this pillow. Athena thought we were anyway. But it's really cute. And I had a good time. But I knew she wasn't going to stay all night. That's why I wasn't even going to say yes at first, because I didn't think she was going to stay all night. She didn't, but we still had a great time from 8 p.m. to midnight, you know. A lot of tickles, a lot of pulling Grandma's hair trying to stand on my head. But anyway, last night was not a keto night for me. That was kind of my point with that whole thing, although I talked a lot. Anyway, had a great keto day till last night. Not upset about it because I did something conscious and intentional with my family to enjoy family time and let Destiny spoil us and show us her cooking skills, which are very good, by the way. All right, so I'm going to show you I'm going to show you one meal from yesterday. I'm going to show you both the weigh-ins. I've also got some a Keto Mojo action going on there. Used my Keto Mojo this morning. So we're going to get into all of that. I'm going to show you all of that, but I did not record the triple Whopper with cheese that she bought me for lunch that I took the bun off of, so it was keto friendly. And I didn't record the Crunch Wrap Supreme she made us all last night. All right, you guys, so I've got some more ketone strips, courtesy of the people at Keto Mojo. I actually sent them an email and said, hey, I'm a little strapped right now. I'd like to include the Keto Mojo in my videos more often. And could you guys send me some more strips? And they, for a one-time offer, did send me some more strips so that I could share the Keto Mojo readings with you guys. So we're going to check the ketones and the blood glucose. It is later in the day. That thing holds time pretty well, actually. So awesome. Let's check them and see what they say. All right, I'm checking my ketones first. And I did, about an hour ago, have a yogurt. Oh, all right. 0.5. It was a keto yogurt. I can't remember the name brand, but it says keto yogurt on it, and it was a vanilla one. Normally, I don't get by with yogurt, so I thought I'd really like to see if it had any effect on me. And 0.4 is good. It's not great. 0.5 is nutritional ketosis. 0.4 would be an acceptable fluctuation for trying a product, though. All right, glucose level. Ooh, not necessarily an acceptable glucose from a yogurt, though. And that is the only thing today that I've had that was questionable. Then again, it hasn't really, well, I mean, that's still high, regardless. So I might actually think about still being insulin resistant, or that just isn't going to work out. Although there's 4 of them in a pack, so I'm probably going to eat them. As always, guys, if you'd like to get a Keto Mojo kit with 60 strips for both glucose and ketones, plus a meter and lancet needle thingy, there is a link in the description below for 15% off the entire kit. All right, it is Saturday morning, 175.4, first day after layoff. So, all right, you guys, so I might be breaking a 16-hour fast with a salad. I'm not really sure, only because, and I've got coffee here too, and salad stuff I bought for lunch because work lunch, but I'm at home. So anyway, I don't know if it was a dream or if I really did this, but I might have gotten up and eat a piece of cheese, and it might have been the night before last. I don't know, but it seems like there was a piece of cheese, but I'm not sure. So this might be a 16-hour fast break, but there might have been a piece of cheese in the middle of the night. All right, it is Sunday morning, 176.8. It's not a surprise. So I'm just going to stop stopping my videos, because when I do, it's usually multiple hours between clips. I went up, by the way, but I almost forgot what I was doing because my kids decided to surprise me. I was in the bathroom, and I heard, you got to get in here, you got to get in here. So I came in here after hearing Brian and Destiny come in and say I have to get in here, and just to be shown something, because being out of work, they didn't want me to be lonely. I wasn't lonely.
Not yours, it's mine.
I mean, Big Brian's claimed it, but that... I did not need another one.
Tell them what it is.
Australian Shepherd and Great Pyrenees. It's a baby. This is a baby. This is a baby cow. Hi. You want to look at the camera? Look at your camera.
Your pretty blue eyes.
I didn't need another dog. All right. Take it back to your bed.
Evidently God said you did.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you tell the universe. Just 2 days ago. I mean, I was kind of joking. I mean, kind of serious, but kind of joking. I said I'd really like to have a Great Pyrenees. Didn't mean it.
You got one.
I got one.
Their nickname is Shedneys.
Shedneys?
S.
Are you sure that's not the Shepherd Pyrenees mix?
But they're both considered the same. Australian Shepherd and German Shepherd. Shedneys.
The German ones are German Shepherd. I looked it up. Journeys or some. I don't know. I did not need another dog.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. But no, they saved her. Technically, the lady on the internet on Destiny's friends list said it was going to the pound if somebody didn't come get it. I don't know why they didn't sell it, because that's a purebred dog. Well, I mean, the breed is mixed intentionally to be another breed, so it could have been sold. Thing's only 5.5 weeks old. It's not really even old enough to be away from its mother yet. That's already a cow puppy. Jake was a cow puppy. That's gonna be huge. He's huge. Crap. I'm not turning off no more videos. Every time I do, something happens. Here's the thing. It's cute. It's adorable. Not really something I was expecting. Mom was not going to be lonely. I have Jake. I have cats that I don't like that don't belong to me that they brought. They use me as an animal rescue. Now that thing will be spoiled because Big Brian's already in love. He's got it in his bed. It's gonna be mine. Let's face it, it goes to the one that feeds it. And I'm the one that feeds them. he's cleaning up the poop. And Honey Bear is not ours. We do have 2 dogs in the house, Jake and Honey Bear. Honey Bear is actually my daughter's dog, but she likes to sleep in here. This is where she likes to be. Maybe more places to hide from thunderstorms. I don't really know, but she's not ours. She just prefers here. Just what I needed, another mouth to feed. That's gonna poop and pee until it gets trained. Crap, and it's big. Anybody else have one of those? How's the dog? I looked up some stuff. It seems like it's a really good breed dog, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Although it's a puppy. And Jake hasn't really been introduced yet, and Jake doesn't really like big dogs, but I mean, it's a puppy. It's coming in as a puppy. It might be all right, and it's a female, so that might be all right. We'll see. Crap. Boy, life comes at you fast and changes on a dime. You don't even see it coming. They could have just walked in and handed me a baby. I'd play with that. Can I send it home? All right, you guys. I'm done for the day. I'm just done. I'm cooking pork chops. Hubby is loving me being home in a way because, I mean, he wants me to be at work and all that, knows we need the second income, but he also liked while he was at work yesterday when he came home, all his bedding was fresh and changed and all his floors were swept and everything was wiped down and dusted. Can't really do that when he's home at the same time I'm at home because then he's like, move or I'm not getting off the bed. So, you know, I have to take it when I can get it. But yeah, I cleaned up his area real good. He likes that I'm cooking and that we can sit at the table and eat because I actually bought a table the other day. $15 at Goodwill, license 30. I like it. It's tall though. Need tall chairs. Piano stool's working, but really need chairs. Alright, you guys, if you need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. But right now I'm a little bit, I guess it's anxiety because I really didn't need another dog. I'm gonna love it and I'm gonna hug it and I'm gonna pet it and I'm gonna feed it, but I needed that like I needed a hole in the head. Alright, y'all. If you need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. Visit KetoDiamond.com or check the description in the look down there and you'll find a bunch of links like for the Keto Mojo, 15% off, that kind of thing. Check it all out. Much love, many prayers. Bye, y'all.